Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the main channel, and today we're back once again with another top 10. We've got away from Pokemon, we've gone back to Mario Kart because I feel like all our top 10 is either Mario Kart or Pokemon related, but you know,
I mean, they're the things that we have, they're the things we know the most.
Exactly. So today, you know, we've done Double Dash, we've done 8 Deluxe, we've done Tour. Now we're doing Mario Kart DS, but we're only doing the ones introduced in Mario Kart DS. So like,
exactly. So not like the retro tracks that they redid for DS. So they're just the tracks that actually got introduced
like
in DS.
Baby Park, Moo Moo Farm, Choco Mountain. I think everyone apart from like a couple of people sent me a list with like Baby Park and Yoshi Circuit. I'm like, no. I know I worded it wrong, but please, no. And I had to send some people what tracks are actually in it because DS was their first game, so they just thought all the tracks in that game were shiny. Ooh, look, I'm the new one. So that's a bit. So we asked 12 people today. So about average for our top 10s. So we asked, obviously me and Jack, we asked Sprangle, Alka, Newbie, Lily, Foss, Burley, Z, Melissa, Molecule, and H only sent me 8 tracks, because they don't really play DS, so they've only played Wii and obviously the new one, and
so she's only played the ones that have actually been in the newer games.
Basically, yeah. And you know that hatred for TikTok clock? They told me, do you want me to put TikTok 9 because it was on the list? I said no, it doesn't have a point. I said okay, great. So we're going to talk about all 16 tracks today, and do you know something amazing? It's going to blow your mind. There's not a single tie in the entire list.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay.
No.
Yes.
Wow. I'm floored. I'm absolutely floored.
Yes.
I want to thank my parents. I want to thank Nintendo.
Yes. It's mind-blowing stuff. Now,
it's incredible.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the Double Dash video we did and the Tour one I did, I think every single track got at least a point, correct?
I believe so, yes.
I know they didn't Double Dash, can't remember about Tour. But today, every track did get a point.
Okay.
At least 1 point.
I was wondering, because for me, there's like very obvious tracks that are not as like favourites as others in this game, so yeah, I was wondering.
So we kick things off. Last place, 16th spot.
Last place,
4 points.
Okay.
The only reason they got 4 points is because someone had it 7th spot.
Right.
Out of 12 people. I think this is in the first cup. Because I'm trying to remember, because it's been a while since I played DS. So I think it's in the first cup, but it's a figure 8 circuit.
Yeah,
because
I'm absolutely not surprised that is last.
It's like
okay, well, yeah. So that is the first track.
That
of
is
the game,
first track. That's the basic track. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's just a figure 8. It's that there's nothing going on.
It's just a figure 8. Like when you think of the first tracks in the game, you think of like
the essence. Yeah, this one is really cool and interesting.
This is my favourite of all. Unless you hate like 7 of the other tracks, like to a passion, it's not going to be on the list at all.
Yeah, like there's just I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. I think even the most like diehard like defensive Mario Kart fans will still say that this track is just kind of boring, which it is.
It's like thinking of the first tracks in other games, like Luigi Circuit is all right, better than figure 8. Mario Kart Stadium.
Usually they do have. Usually they at least have something going on to make them feel a little bit interesting. Like Luigi Circuit has the bit where you're like going opposite ways to each other.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mario Kart Stadium has like all the anti-grav stuff and Figure 8 Circuit just does nothing. There's no shortcuts really. There's no ramps. There's no shortcuts. I think there's like a speed. I think there's like a speed boost.
Yeah, it's not even like named after anything. It's just Figure 8 Circuit.
Yeah,
it's just
it's a bit of an odd choice, wasn't it?
It's very odd, but you know we got 4 points. What can I say?
Okay.
15th spot.
Well done, Figure 8 Circuit.
Well done. 15th spot, 14 points. 10
Wow.
points more.
Yes. Okay. So there was a clear last
There was a
place.
clear-
I'm very
there was-
very much not surprised by
There was a
that.
clear last place. This track, someone had third spot
Okay.
and got 14 points. That person was Mr. Foss. This track is
Okay.
in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's Mario Circuit.
Mario Circuit. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'm not super surprised. I had it 11th. I think out of all the Mario circuits, this is one of my preferred ones.
Yeah.
But like,
It's still
at the end of the day, they're still just Mario circuits. Like, they're not really that interesting. They're just generic
they're
courses,
just generic.
really.
They're just generic, but I feel like I said, it's one of the better Mario circuits out
Yeah,
there.
it's one of the better ones. I very vividly remember when they announced they were adding it to 8 Deluxe, thinking like, okay, I wish it wasn't a Mario circuit, but if it is going to have to be one, I'm glad it's
It is
this
this
one.
one.
I remember thinking that quite vividly.
100%.
So, yeah, I'm okay with that. At least it's got a few interesting things going on. You've got like the piranha plants and stuff, and like yeah, there's that cool little bit where you go through use that like giant pipe as a tunnel. Like, it's got a couple of cool little bits.
It's
but,
got little bits in
yeah,
it, but
I'm not
it's
surprised.
just kind of just, well, we're gonna see all the basic ones are gonna be at the bottom of this list. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So, next up, 14th spot, 16 points, so 2 points more. 2 people had this track third,
Okay.
so this is where all its points came from. One was Sprangle, one was Newbie. I don't think this track has ever been remade. I could be wrong. Desert Hills.
Desert Hills, yeah. Yeah, I had this 15th out of 16 for me. The primary reason being I literally can't tell you a thing about it. I don't remember it at all. I just don't. It's
Yeah.
Like, I literally, do you remember a thing about Desert Hills? I don't.
The thing is, right, literally when I came up with this idea, I got the emulated Mario Kart DS working, and I played all of the tracks on 150cc just to refresh my memory, right?
Yeah.
Desert Hills didn't make my top 10, but I feel like it's one of the stronger desert tracks.
Okay.
It's better than Dry Dry, it's better than Bone Dry Dunes. It's kind of, it's got
low bar.
I know it's basic, right? But
yeah,
it's still a good track, if you get what I mean.
Fair.
It's not like blowing you out of the water, but it's like it's a simple desert track. There's nothing amazing about it. It's just there.
That's fair. I feel like if it someday when it gets remastered for a new game, like I'll get it might go up my estimations a little bit. Yeah, I literally put it there because it's like probably the only track in Mario Kart DS that I literally do not remember at all.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
So yeah, but I was like, this has to go last, apart from Figure 8 Circuit, which is like,
Circuit, which is
if it was the only track, if it was the only track in the game, I still wouldn't give it any points.
Yeah, that's fair, 100% fair. So we make a slight jump up now, 21 points in 13th spot.
So this is from 16 to 21.
Yeah, 5-point jump, 16 to 21. Highest someone had this was 5th, which was Sprangle.
Okay.
I think it's been remade, but it's not an 8 Deluxe.
Right.
Yoshi Falls? I think it's been a wheeled 3DS.
Yoshi Falls, I think was in 7. I think it was in 3DS.
Yeah, but yeah, Yoshi Falls in 13th spot.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, I'm not mega surprised. Like, it's a cool track, but there's not a lot to it.
It's very short.
I remember.
As well.
Yeah, I remember, like, very vividly remember thinking, like, God, this is such a short track. Like, literally, like, a lap is like 45 seconds, if that.
Yeah, I was doing laps like 30 seconds when I was got the emulator. I was like, well, you know, Baby Park is pretty much
like
this.
Yeah, Baby Park is like
10-second laps.
10-15 seconds a lap. So like, it's only barely bigger than Baby Park.
There's not much to it. It's literally just...
There's not much to it. I like the only thing I think it's got going for it is like the sort of like risk versus reward of the like going over the waterfalls versus going over the bridges.
Yeah.
But that's about the only thing there really is to it. And once you figure out how to safely do the waterfalls, you're
clear anyway.
There's not much to it really.
You're just clear, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a cool idea for a track though.
It's a cool concept, but Yoshi Falls is kind of just...
Yeah. It's just there.
It's just there, you know, it's just there.
Yeah, it's fine. I had it 14, so it was like pretty low down for me.
Yeah.
But no, I don't dislike it. I was like pleasantly surprised when I looked through this, and Desert Hills and Figure Eight Circuit were the only ones where I didn't immediately go, "Oh yeah, I like that one."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair shout for that one. We make another little jump, 27 points, so 6 points more.
Okay.
This track, Lily had second with 27 points. Again, I don't think it's been remade, but there's a very similar track to it on Wii.
Right.
DK Pass.
Okay, DK Pass. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm at risk of sounding like a broken record. I'm also not surprised.
Not surprised.
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like it's a good track.
It's a good
but,
track.
Like it's I don't know. It's like I don't know. It doesn't feel as good to play as some of the other like snow tracks that we've got in.
Yeah, it's just a worse snowboard cross.
I mean, yeah, that is just it. When snowboard cross exists,
yeah,
you know,
because when I was playing it and ranking it, I was like, well, this is just snowboard cross, but just worse. So this wanted to make my top 10.
Yeah, that was pretty much my thought process as well. I had it 13th, so this is all lining up very much with my list so far.
Same as mine.
So,
not a single one of mine's been mentioned yet.
No.
There's one more before we get to the top 10. So if this is not on your list, you've aced the list. You've aced the list.
Well, I have two. I have three in my mind that could possibly be number 11, but we'll see.
Number 11, 29
I might be
points.
Totally off base with
29
this.
points.
29. Okay.
This track, Molecule, had third spot.
Right.
This track is also in 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
I had it 8th on my list, so I'm not in contention of getting all my top 10 in the top 10.
Right.
Wario Stadium.
Oh, I didn't get it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I had Wario Stadium 8th
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
Wario Stadium is like, it's a good track, but it's just not like blowing my mind away.
I think it's like, yeah, but I guess because we got it in the base game of like 8, and you know we've kind of like, I don't know, it feels like we've had a lot of Wario Stadium, so I don't know, but I still think it's a really good track. I think it was like a really nice kind of like, it was a nice kind of follow up to how we had like Waluigi Stadium and Double Dash. I think it's a pretty good one. I think it's like, you know, it's challenging enough. It's like, you know, I like the whole like kind of like mud slick kind of thing to it. Makes it a bit harder. So yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm not super surprised that it didn't make the top 10. Like it only made 8 for me, but yeah, no, it's good.
It's
like I like
track.
it.
There
are definitely better ones in this game though, for sure.
100%. And I feel like in 8 Deluxe they like remade it good as well. Like
yeah, oh yeah, 100%. The like added anti-grav bit is really really good in 8 Deluxe.
Isn't there a water bit at the end, or am I thinking of a different track?
There is a water bit at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was.
It's like it's sort of. You're in the water for about like 2 seconds unless you fuck up the jump. But yeah, it's there.
It's there. It is there. 29 points. So 10th spot got 31. So Wario Stadium only missed out by 2 points.
Okay.
And also, fun fact: only 2 of this entire list has been featured in previous top 10s.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think that okay, well, we'll see what the actual top 10 is, I guess. I guess process of elimination we know, but yeah.
So, in 10th spot, this track did rank on our top 10 music list we did in America 8 Deluxe. But not our top 10 tracks or top 10 worst tracks. It's just...
Right.
It's got decent music. Z and H had this track second.
Okay, so it's not TikTok Clock then.
It's not TikTok Clock. It's Shroom Ridge.
Shroom Ridge. Okay, so this is 10th place. Okay, this perfectly matches where I had it. I had this 10th.
Yeah, this is the one I didn't have in my top 10. So if Wario Stadium and Shroom Ridge went the other way around, I would have got it right. But that's fine. But yeah, Shroom Ridge. I feel like it's yeah, it's like a generic road track.
Yeah, for me, it's like within Mario Kart DS, I think it's got a good road track. Really, actually, I don't know. Mushroom Bridge is in DS as well, isn't it?
Yes.
I think.
It
Anyway,
is, yes.
okay, yeah, I take that back in that case. But even so,
Yeah.
I like Shroom Ridge. Like it's not the best track. I mean, it's still only 10 out of 16 for me. But like, I think it's decent enough, and I think it being brought back for 8 Deluxe kind of boosted it in my ranking a little bit because I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
The remaster of it, yeah.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's like got a nice level of challenge to it as well. So it's it's a decent one. It's a decent one.
It's got a challenge to it because when I was playing it before to work out all the tracks, I obviously had to beat Mushroom to get the next one, to get next one, to get next one. Every time I did the cut with Shroom Ridge on it, I'd win. I'll come second in the first 3 races. So it's fine, easy. Shroom Ridge 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 6th, 7th. Because the drift in DS is completely different to 8 Deluxe. So I'm drifting around the corners, going too far, and I went, "I'll fallen off. I'll fallen off. I'll fallen off." It was so frustrating.
It's so weird because we used to play it so much, and like now I try to play it, and like the drifting just feels completely alien to me. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's so odd, but yeah, that's probably why I didn't make my top 10 because I got frustrated as that moment playing it. But it might have got 10th. It might have got 10th if not. But yeah, Shroom Ridge 10th. Not mad at that.
Okay, I'm happy with that. That's where I had it. So
number 9, 32 points, 1 point more than Shroom Ridge. The highest someone had this track was 4th, which was Mr. Burley.
Okay.
This track is also in 8 Deluxe. It's Cheep Beach.
Okay, there it is.
This
was the other one that isn't in. This was the other one that's not in my top 10. I had this 12th.
So again, it was 3 points off.
I wasn't super far off.
3 points off, yeah. But yeah, Cheep Beach.
Yeah.
We talked about this in the Double Dash one, because Hate's saying, Peach Beach is the best beach track, which I do agree. But I feel like Cheep Beach is close second for me. Just because I like the... Like when you have to do the jumps of the ramps where the Cheeps are flying about, I like that bit. The last bit where you have to like go around the dirt bit at the end, I like that bit as well. It's a solid track, but again, it's not blowing me away. I had it 5th, so I like Cheep.
This one was a difficult one for me to rank because as a general rule of thumb, I don't really like beach tracks. I usually think they're really boring. This is actually one of my favourite beach tracks.
Yeah,
but it's still only 12th for me, which tells you how much I don't like beach tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the thing that saves it for me is that it's not just beach. You've got the bit at the start where you're on the docks, and you've got the jungle bit near the end. So it kind of mixes it up a good bit. Whereas I feel like most beach tracks are literally just like drive around a like boring looking island on the sand until until the race is over. That's why Peach Beach is good as well, because you at least have the bit like the raised bit on like the stone and stuff.
On the stones at the start, and all the
just like mixes it up a little bit. I also had to try not to let nostalgia get in the way, because this was like I feel like more than any other track, I feel like Cheep Beach is the one that just always makes you think of the college days of like just sitting around in a circle playing DS with all of our friends.
Yeah, it's because we only had DS down
I don't know why.
We only had Mushroom Cup.
It was one of the only ones we could play.
It was Mushroom Cup and Shell Cup, wasn't it?
Yes, you only had like 8 tracks basically, and Cheep Beach was also one of them.
So the only 4 in Mushroom Cup are Figure 8.
It's Figure 8, Yoshi Falls, Cheep Beach, and Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, that's the only ones.
Yeah,
the new ones anyway. So so I kind of have a lot of nostalgia for it, but I tried not to let that get in the way. And also, I think it doesn't help that because we have it in 8, I kind of feel like I've had a lot of Cheep Beach in my life. So I don't know. I was more drawn to the other tracks that we haven't really had in 8.
Yeah, because I do think all the ones in 8 kind of got boosted up because it's recency bias. No, not recency bias, because some of them have been there for like 10 years. But we played them more recently
because they're just like fresher in people's minds, so they're gonna be. just naturally.
Unlike the
So-
next one,
Okay.
because this one's not been remade. Is it never been remade? I'm not sure. But me and you both had it in our top 3.
Okay.
It's 8th spot with 34 points. I had it
Right.
3rd. You had it 2nd.
Okay.
Have they remade this Bowser? I don't think they've remade this Bowser's Castle.
They have not remade
This
it, no.
Bowser's Castle.
And I've been saying for a long time that they should, because people really sleep on DS Bowser Castle. Seriously,
They
like
100% do.
it's so good. Like it's such a difficult track. It's got so much like variety to it.
Going
It's
on
got
it.
so much shit going on. Like I don't know why people sleep on this track so much. Because
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's so good.
So like yeah, for me it's one of the best Bowser's Castles that they've made. Like yeah.
That and Double Dash and me are up there, like up here, like next to each
Yeah,
other.
Double Dash is
Double
really
Dash
good
is
as well.
The problem is when I played it recently, I literally went, you know where you could do the shortcut and go that way or go this way.
All the way down.
Yeah.
Before you go onto the spinny cylinder things.
Yeah.
I was driving around it. I did that way, and kind of got lost, and I went that way, and then back that way. 'Cause there was a big
You
sign
were
that said
lost.
left, and I just went, no, I'm going right. I don't know why. I just went right, and I went, what is happening?
Oh, dearie me.
But yeah,
That's what I like about it, though. I like that it's
It's
like a
challenging.
little bit of like it's a bit of a like not conventional kind of layout. Like it's got like the weird like obstacle rooms and like sharp corridors and
Corridors and
stuff.
stuff.
It's good.
yeah,
It's just really fun. It's just really cool to race on.
yeah.
And you've got like the bit like once you get outside the castle of like the spinning like like the rotating cylinder you've got to try to stay on, and then
Yeah.
like the moving platforms.
And
Like
then-
it's just really cool. It's
Yeah.
just really cool.
It's such a good Bowser's Castle. Like going into it,
I hope they remake it in 9. I hope they remake it in 9.
They have to. They've got. If they
Hope so.
remake any Bowser's Castle that's not SNES Bowser's Castle 3, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
Because literally, we had that, and that's literally. Oh, let's do Bowser's
Yeah.
Castle again. Oh, no.
And don't get me wrong, like SNES Bowser Castle 3, the remake is amazing. I love it.
It's a
but,
good
like,
one, but you've got the Double Dash one, you've got the Wii one, you've got the DS one,
Yeah.
you've got even arguably the 3DS one's really good as well. But
Yeah, I need to replay some of the DS tracks. I don't remember them that
3DS.
well, but
I feel like that one's got a lot of underwater bits in it because you go underwater and there's like eels and everything. But it's a good.
probably yeah.
We'll probably do 3DS one, but we probably won't. But Mario Kart 7 is probably the unforgettable one. Yeah, so don't worry about it. But yeah, like going into it, I thought, Bowser's Castle's going to make my top 3 because I don't really remember it. Played it again, I thought, yeah, it has to be top 3,
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I think this is the thing. People just forget about it
They do
because
forget
it's
about
never
it.
been remade, and
yeah.
like DS wasn't really. For most people, DS wasn't one of the more memorable games in the series. Like
Nah.
most people would go Double Dash, Wii 8 as the like memorable ones.
Yeah, because
Like we've got very
Handheld.
personal nostalgia for DS.
Yeah,
but a lot of
100%.
people don't.
exactly. But yeah, Bowser's Castle 34. Now, the list kind of cuts off after this one because after this track,
Okay.
there's like a big gap. Like the top 6 are like clear at the top. So this last
Right.
one got 35 points.
Right.
Alka had it the highest in 3rd spot. I had
Yeah.
it 10th. So, and it was on your list. Don't think it's been remade. Could be wrong, but it's Rainbow Road.
Okay. Yeah, I had this 9th on my
Yeah.
list.
Like
Um.
playing it again, it's not the strongest Rainbow Road because like the ones that they actually made in 8 Deluxe are all good. Well, not all good. 3DS
Yeah.
and Wii. 3DS and Wii clear.
Yeah.
Double Dash
So I
is
feel like
okay, but this one was kind of it's not as bad as N64 and like the 8 Deluxe one, but it's not as good as those
Yeah.
ones. It's like in that limbo.
it's a bit
zone.
in the middle.
It's
I
a bit in
was
the
like,
middle.
so when I first sat down and ranked these, I thought like, okay, like DS Rainbow Road, this is a really good Rainbow Road. I really like it. Then I actually like looked up the layout of it and like like the track layout and like just thought about it for a bit, and I thought actually there's not really a lot going on. Like for a Rainbow Road, it's a bit tame.
It's a little bit tame,
Like
isn't it?
sure you've got like the obvious threat of like there's no rails so you can fall off, but there's not a whole lot of unique stuff going on with it. Like you've got the loop to loop, and you've got like the sort of like corkscrew bit, but you don't actually really control those because you're just on a speed boost and just like zooms you through them. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I feel like it actually, ironically, I actually think this might of all the Rainbow Roads benefit the most from having been remade in 8 with the anti-grav because it could have like built on
Yeah.
that a bit more maybe.
I feel like it could have done.
But as it is in DS, it's just not really that interesting.
Yeah.
Like I've got it in my top 10 because it's still a Rainbow Road.
Road.
It's still really difficult, and it's still, it's just iconic as Rainbow Road. But yeah, I'm not surprised that there's like, what is this, seventh,
Yeah.
seventh? Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's
I
fair.
think that's a fair placement.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, they probably will remake this one in 9 or 10, whatever they want to call it, because 8 and 8 Deluxe are technically 2 games, so they might just skip 9 and just go Mario Kart X. Something stupid like
Well,
that.
some people argue that Tour is 9, which I don't agree with personally, but hey ho, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's kind of like I don't know. But yeah. Top 6. So
this is the very clear top 6 for everybody, pretty much.
Because Rainbow Road got 35 points. This
Right.
next track got 55.
Jesus Christ.
20-point jump. So basically, these top 6 are arguably the best 6 in Mario Kart DS. No questions asked.
Yeah.
But first up...
by process of elimination, knowing what they are, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
To be honest, apart from Bowser's Castle, that's the only one, but...
Yeah,
so.
that's fair. This next track actually ranked on our top 10 worst Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks video. It got 13th.
Yeah.
But when I tell you which one it is, you'll understand why it ranked on that video.
I already do understand why.
Burley had it first. Melissa had it third. It's a TikTok clock.
Yeah.
So this next, I'll take a 5th. This track. Yeah, the only reason, because I watched it back before this just to double check if any DS ones made our top 10 worst or top 10 best. I skipped through it and it got like 16 or 16, 17-ish points on that video.
Yeah.
H gave it 10, which is why it got on the list.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been like, I don't know, out of mediocrity out there.
Yeah, it's just H's like hate agenda
Yeah.
against TikTok clock is the only thing that's done it.
To be fair, right, I was going to shout me this, but playing the one on DS, the new one is 1,000,000,000% clear of that one.
Yeah.
Because
that's
the way it looks like the clock's like basic. It's nothing interesting. It looks like it's not been textured at points, which is really bad.
I really thought you said something else for a second. I'm sorry.
What?
The call like lagged slightly when you went to say the clock is very basic.
No!
I misheard you. I'm so sorry.
because
it's very basic. It's not nice to look at.
It's not nice to look at. In 8 Deluxe, it's like shiny and gold. It's amazing.
It's not fun to drive on.
It's not. It's not. No. In 8,
okay.
But yeah. I don't know, but yeah.
Right. Moving on quickly.
The DS one looks like it was like made without having much texture on it. Like like the clock's like either white or silver. It's like woo. It's like very basic.
Yeah.
And the one in 8 Deluxe is like
the 8 version is a lot more colourful, isn't it? It's just it got a hell of a glow up in 8.
100% glow up.
But looking back on the DS days, this was one of my favourite tracks in DS, and I think a big part of the reason for it, and this is something that I think DS in general does really well, is it actually like drew reference from a lot of different games in Mario to make the tracks. I mean, you've got this, which obviously is drawn from 64. You've got Luigi's Mansion, which pretty obvious where that's drawn from.
Yeah.
You've got like Airship Fortress, which draws from like the airship levels in Super Mario Bros. 3, etc. Like, it's just like they just get some really cool
Inspiration
inspiration in this one. And I think
100%.
this is one of the ones where I was like, it's really cool that they like took this one level in 64, which
Yeah.
was one of the most iconic levels in 64 as well. You wouldn't really know because, you know, let's not get into that
Fuck that game.
debacle.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was really cool to like see them make a track out of it. So yeah, I like it. It was number 6 for me, so it's again I've got it perfectly placed with everyone else.
Same. I had 6 as well. Yeah. Same as everyone else. So you know there was a 20-point gap between 7 and 6.
Yeah.
There's a 10-point gap between 6 and 5.
Oh my god. Okay. So we've got how many points? 65?
65 for 5th.
Jesus Christ.
This
Okay.
list is out of 120, by the way.
Yeah, this is insane. Is this the most unanimous list we've ever had? It might be.
I don't think so, because like the clump next isn't that big, kind of thing. Like top 5 are clear, and the rest are there.
Okay, we'll see. We'll reserve judgment
We'll
until
reserve
we've seen
judgment.
the. Yeah.
So this next, I'll take a 5th. This track, 2 people had first, which was Lily and H, and Melissa had it second. This track is also in 8 Deluxe. So there's only 2 tracks left which are in 8 on our list.
I believe so.
What I'm looking at, yes. Peach Gardens.
Peach Gardens.
Number
yeah, I had this
5.
4th.
I had it 9th.
Yeah, I've got a real soft spot for Peach Gardens. I always have. I was so excited when they brought it back for 8, and like, yeah, and like, I just really like it. I think a big part of it is that we've never had a Peach's Castle track somehow. Like, this is kind of like the closest thing that we've gotten to a Peach's Castle track. Like, it feels like a really weird omission. Like, I know that in the in Mario Circuit in 3DS, you actually go into Peach's Castle, but you're only in there for like 10 seconds maybe.
And Royal Raceway,
So, like,
you're likely driving outside of the castle, like it's in the background.
yeah,
Kind of thing.
but
Yeah.
we've never had a Peach's Castle track, and it's a really weird thing that they've never done one, and this feels like the closest thing to it. So I do kind of like that aspect of it. And it's just, yeah, I really like it. I like the like hedge mazes and stuff. I think adding the backward slap in 8 Deluxe was amazing. Like, I loved that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this track. Like, I've got a bit of a soft spot for it. So
Solid. It's a solid track. Like it didn't rank high on my list because playing it again, like looking it back, I just feel like there's a lot of stronger ones in this game, and
yeah,
I just feel like Peach Gardens is like, I've played it too often now. It's like kind of just
yeah,
it's just there in my head. Like, oh yeah, I was go, oh, it's Peach Gardens. That's a good one, and then we just move on.
Yeah, it's the cheap Peach effect like that I have. Really,
Yeah,
it's just there. Like we've had it for a while.
We've had it for a while. It's just there for me.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is though, like when I was making my list, like I was getting really surprised by how many tracks. I was like, this one's amazing, this one's amazing, this one's amazing, and then I had like 9 tracks that I was like, oh, these are all really great. I was like, oh shit, how am I going to rank these? Like, cause in my mind, all of them was just like, yeah, great.
That was me in the double dash video, because obviously this is your first Mario Kart, and mine was the double dash. So it's like they're all good because they're all. I've been playing them since I was like a child.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Right.
Oh, dear.
Just missing out on podium position in 4th spot with 3 points more than 68 points. This track, Alka and Melissa had first, I had second,
Right.
and Newbie had third.
Okay.
This track is not in 8 Deluxe, but I think this track has been remade in a different game. I think it's Wii. If it's on Wii, it might be on Wii. Delfino Square.
Delfino Square, yeah. I think this was remade for Wii. I'm going to quickly just double check this.
I think it was.
I believe it was.
I think it was, because I remember playing it on Wii. It was Funky Kong.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. This is another example of what I was talking about. This obviously this track draws from Sunshine.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, it's really, really cool that they did this in DS, and it's kind of shame they didn't really do it as much since. Like they did it a little bit. Like obviously we had like a couple of we had like a Rosalina themed track in 7 and like stuff like that. But like
Sunshine Airport.
I'd love for them to do more tracks inspired by. I just love for them to do more tracks inspired by actual games. Like
I mean,
I just think it'd be a really cool idea.
They kind of did that in 8 because the Zelda
they
one.
Did a little bit.
The Zelda one, Animal Crossing, 2 F-Zeros. They had Sunshine
True,
Airport.
But I would argue. True, but I'd argue, with the exception of Sunshine Airport, I'd argue those are different because they're like specific third-party ones. Like they're like, oh, these are non-Mario ones that we're bringing in as like a big celebration kind of thing. But like, I don't know, like, I'd love to see like a new Donk City track or like like something from like Mario Wonder maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like I don't know, like I just think there's a lot of really cool things they could draw from.
Yeah,
that I hope they do in 9.
Mm. But Delfino Square.
But anyway, yeah, Delfino Square, yes.
Yes.
I really like this track. I have it 7 on my list.
Mm.
Looking at my list now, I kind of feel like this deserves to be a couple spots higher on my list. But that aside, yeah, I think it's a really good track. I like the different routes it's got. Yeah. I like the whole like going through the alleyways and stuff.
There's like the bridge at the end where it's like goes up and down.
Yeah. It's just and again like the fact that it's drawing from Sunshine is just really cool. So yeah, I just really like this one. This is one that I wish they had brought back for 8. I mean, I think most of the list was stuff I wanted them to bring back for 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's really good. It's really good.
100% top tier track. Playing it, I was like, why isn't this? I was thinking, why isn't this an 8 Deluxe? I feel like it's
yeah.
Then because this would be great in the base game. Then I realised, well, Sunshine Airport's kind of like we've got 2 Sunshine maps. Then don't get me wrong, Sunshine Airport is a good track. Don't get me wrong, it is a good track, but it's not Delfino Square.
Yeah. Yeah, like Sunshine Airport. Sunshine Airport is a very solid B, but like it's a very solid B. Delfino is like a sort of like A- kind of range.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like yeah. There we go.
I can see it being added again in Mario Kart next one.
Quite possibly, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we need to be careful because at this point, our ideal Mario Kart 9 is just going to be all the retro tracks in just DS. But
no, but it'll be the ones in Double Dash and DS which weren't remade on.
Yeah.
It'll be Dino Jungle, Rainbow Road,
all those Double Dash ones that they ignored in the Booster Clause pass, Nintendo.
Yeah. Where's the dinos and where's the Bowser's Castle? Hello. But yeah.
It's just Dino Jungle. I mourn that loss every single day. But moving on before we start holding a funeral.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Now
you know. Can I just say off the bat, I know what these 3 are, obviously, and I'm not surprised at all that it's the top 3.
Like going into it, when I saw the final list and saw the top 4, I said, "Yeah, that's right." I said, "Yeah, that's right." Weren't sure on the order, but that's right.
I'm not sure what the order's going to be because for me, any 3 of these could easily be like the clear favourite.
So you said a minute ago that you might have had Delfino Square a little bit higher on your list.
Yeah.
The next track got 69 points, 1 point more than Delfino Square. So that's it.
Oh no!
Delfino Square could have been top 3 if you had it 1 position higher. This track.
Hold on, though, because what track is it? Because
this track has not been remade, so it's one of 2. So it's one of 2. Nobody had this track first, by the way, but it got 69 points.
Okay.
Sprangle, Newbie, Burley, Molly all had it second. This track is based on a Mario game starring starring Luigi. Yeah, it's Luigi's Mansion.
Oh no! So yeah, this is kind of hilarious because if I had like bumped Delfino Square up, I had Delfino Square 7th. I had Luigi's Mansion 5th.
Yeah, I'm saying your list right now. If you had it 2 positions higher,
if I had bumped Delfino up, which
above
looking at my list
clock.
now, I probably would have put it in 5th. I probably would have put it 5th. Looking at my list now.
What? And put Luigi and TikTok down 1.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have been the other way around.
I would have had them the other. It would have completely swapped the order of them in the list if I'd done that.
You literally robbed Delfino Square of a bronze medal to give it to Luigi's Mansion.
I did, but you know what? It's fine. Luigi's Mansion deserves it.
It deserves it. It deserves it. Like when we were doing the Mario Kart 8 video, the top 10 worst or something, we had Twisted Mansion in that. We just said this is not as good as Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion.
Hey, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just better in every way. It's just better. The vibe's better. Like the fact that it's actually based on Luigi's Mansion.
And not just a generic like Boo House.
Not like the generic Aldi brand version.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that is literally what Twisted Mansion is. It's the Tesco brand Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, that's what it is.
We've gone up. You had Little a minute ago. Now it's Tesco. It's going up. It'll be Sainsbury's.
Well, I went from Aldi to Tesco, so
yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah. I like Luigi's Mansion. Yeah. I like the obviously going into the house. You go down the corridor. There's like all the statues and stuff. And you go into the garden. And there's like the dirt bits and there's the
moving trees and stuff.
Trees,
it just gets the vibe really right. The only thing I would change about it is that I would make the actual indoors bit slightly longer. But honestly, it's still so good as it is that
It's a good game. Good track. But yeah,
good track. Yeah,
good track. Yeah.
maybe they'll make a new Luigi's Mansion track based on the hotel from the third one. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Haunted Hotel. Ooh. I joke, but I was joking, but now I can actually see them doing that.
Luigi Hotel.
Yeah.
Luigi's Haunted Hotel. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, I had this 4th on my list, so
yeah, and I had a 5th.
Decent track. I just felt like we'll talk about Bowser. I had Bowser Castle and Delfino Square above it. The other track we're not talking about yet, so I'm not going to say what I had. But yeah, both solid. I feel like most of the tracks from DS, the ones I like, have not been remade.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Well, I say that. I mean, I've got I've got Peach Gardens 4th, and that's been remade. But I don't know. They kind of held out on the very best ones for the most part.
Yeah, because all my top 4 are pretty much not in the game. So we have 2 tracks remaining.
Yeah, so moment of truth. I know which one I want to be the winner. But...
So Luigi's Mansion got 69 points in 3rd spot. 2nd place got 77.
Okay.
And 1st place got 80 points.
Ooh, okay, so it's pretty close then.
I'm saying this now.
Right.
When I got my first 5 or 6 lists in, so about half the lists, the track that won I thought was going to get nearly maximum points. It was that popular at the start. And then the other lists come in and the gap kind of went like this and closed up a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure after 6 lists, it had 57 points or something stupid like that, which was insane.
Yeah.
But obviously, Waluigi Pinball got 2nd.
Okay. Yeah.
77.
So
points.
I'm gonna say I had this 3rd. So of the 2 tracks remaining, the other one, the one that actually won, is the one I wanted to win because it's the one I had first.
Waluigi Pinball, Molly had 1st, Foss had 2nd, you, Z, and H had 3rd. I had Waluigi Pinball down in 7th.
Yeah, the subject matter is quite triggering for you, I imagine. But
I mean,
no, I like.
But Waluigi Pinball, I like Waluigi. I like some of the Waluigi tracks because Waluigi Stadium I really like, right? Yeah. I just feel like Waluigi Pinball, again, like with Peach Gardens for me, it's like, I know it's not as, it's just burnt in my head, all this is this. Oh, Waluigi Pinball. It's good. Yeah. It's there. It's great. Woo.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it is one of the most iconic DS tracks, and that it's no coincidence that this was because every single wave of the Booster Course Pass had the one big track that everyone was hyped for. In the first wave, it was Coconut Mall. The second one, obviously Waluigi Pinball. Then you had Maple Tree Way. You had But I don't remember the others. But like they always had
DK
that
Mountain was
one
the last
really
one.
hyped track. That yes, DK Mountain was the last one.
Come on,
They always had that one fan favorite that they knew everybody wanted, and this was. It's no surprise that this was one of those because like it's just it's one of the most iconic tracks I think they've ever made, just in terms of like how unique it is. Like it's difficult, it's got fun obstacles, the music's amazing. Like for me, you can't. It's really hard to beat this track, except for obviously the two that I ranked above it.
Apart from the winner,
I thought this was going to win, honestly, just because it has Waluigi in the name. I thought it was going to win just to troll you, but no, it came second, which is very respectable.
It came second,
very respectable effort.
Very respectable.
Well done, Waluigi.
Yes. So only one person had this track first, and he got second.
Who was that again?
Molecule. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which leaves our winner for this video.
Which, let me just say this. Me, you, Sprangle, Newbie, Foss, and Z all had first. Alga had second, Lily had third, right? So, I'm telling you now, when I got my listing, because I got my list first, then yours, then Sprangle's, then Alka's, then Newbie's, then Lily's. All of which had this in their top 3. And then I had Foster's after that, which he had at first as well. So I was like, oh, Airship Fortress is going to be our biggest winner ever. And then Burley didn't have it on their list. And then Z had it first. I was like, okay, that's cool. Then Melissa had it not on their list. Then Molly had it not on their list. And then H had it last on their list. So it's kind of...
Why did H have it last? Oh, well, she's only played 8, I guess.
She played 8 and TikTok Clock wasn't even on their list. So they only gave me 8 tracks. So technically they've only played 9, but yeah. So,
but so what was it again? 80 points.
Airship Fortress.
Airship Fortress.
It got 80 points out of 120, and pretty much 3 people didn't have it on their list at all.
Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, because at one point,
so basically, from 9 lists, it got 80 points.
Yeah. And H gave it 3 for context.
I mean,
are
we surprised? Are we surprised? It's such a good track. It's the one track I'm like, why the hell did they not add this to 8?
Yeah, because
it's literally like the best track in the game.
It is the best.
DS,
in DS, it's one of the best tracks. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's just. They could have done some really cool stuff with like the cannon section. They could have added like gliders and stuff, and like just the fact that again it's just based on like a very like niche little thing in Mario, like the airship levels. Like we've never had a track like that before.
Not at all. They need.
I'm sure we've got tracks which are kind of reminiscent of it. We have like Cloud Top Cruise and stuff, but like. None of them are like this one, and it's so good. Like it's got just the right level of challenge. Like the start with like the long straight and the bullet bills flying at you is always just 100%. Really fucking cool to play.
Yeah.
Like it's just so good. It's so good. Like they need to surely they have to. This has to be what they bring back for 9. Like surely, because like the fact they didn't for 8 is criminal. Like it's just criminal.
Who said that?
Like I'm gonna contact my lawyers.
I'm gonna contact my lawyers about Airship Fortress. Yeah.
Like if you would like when they announced the booster course pass, like with the exception of Coconut Mall, this would have been like one of the top ones that I'd be like, they are gonna have to bring this in.
100%.
Like for me, it was like Coconut Mall and then probably Airship Fortress were the 2. I was like, yeah, those have to be added in.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah. Big missed opportunity there, but it's fine. We will forgive you, Nintendo.
It's won our top 10 DS tracks list. Airship Fortress.
It did.
And
bravo.
Our top 4, only one of them's in 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, so I think that goes to show. That goes to show though, like the 3 very clear, like 3 of the very clear most favorite tracks from this game are just. They just didn't bother. Like, why? Why did they not bother?
Literally, the top 5 were so clear.
Yeah.
And only, obviously, Peach Gardens and Waluigi Pinball are in 8 Deluxe, but the other 3, Delfino, Luigi's Mansion, and Airship Fortress, clear, amazing, need to be added immediately.
Indeed.
100%.
Get on it, Nintendo. Just do it.
Get on it,
do
Nintendo.
Another booster course pass and just add them and then call it a day.
What they need to do is add.
Brandon, Booster Course Pass 2 with 3 tracks.
No, what they need to do is add our top 2, which aren't in DS from this list: Airship Fortress and Luigi Mansion. Add, and then Double Dash, which I've got this in front of me as well. Add Dino and Bowser's Castle. Add. Just make one cup with those 4 on it. Boosh. Yes. Sorted. Easy. Amazing. Because you can start Luigi Mansion. You can do Luigi Mansion as the first one. Bowser's Castle is like the last track. Whip a Dino and Airship Fortress in the middle. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Exactly. Perfect.
Perfect.
Hire us, Nintendo.
Hire us, Nintendo. We'll work for. I don't know.
We won't do any of the coding or any of that, but we'll sit there in the corner of the office and tell you what to do.
Yeah, we've got the creative ideas. We've got the ideas. You just do it. Yeah, that's fine. Easy. But yeah, that was our
yes.
That was our definitive top 10 Mario Kart DS tracks. Quickly go
I think
over.
Unlike most of the lists we do, I think we can actually argue that was a definitive. That was a very clear result.
That was a very clear result for a change. For a change, it was. I think Double Dash and Tour were as well. I feel like the ones where we have smaller window of options, they kind of it's more.
Yeah.
Like when we do top 10
definitely.
Switch of all time or top 10 Pokemon in Gen 9, there's like 100 odd options or a million options. It's kind of widespread, so it's a bit weird. But if it's like this, it's like super.
Yeah, you have to consider every single track, don't you? Because there's only 16 of them. So.
Yeah, exactly. So we've done Double Dash, we've done DS, we've done Tour. You can see where this is going.
Which one will it be next?
Probably Wii.
I feel like it almost certainly will be Wii.
It's only really Wii 3DS. I don't think we could do NES or GBA really. I mean, we could.
I don't know enough about. I mean, the thing is, NES and GBA, they're just like repeats of the same theme, just with like a different number slapped behind them.
Yeah, but they've remade so many of them over the years. There's probably enough. There's probably 10 in all the remakes.
But like, actually, if you get into the like actual science of it, though, if you're sitting there trying to rank SNES, how do you really differentiate strongly between Mario Circuit 2 and Mario Circuit 3? Like. You know, like the layout, I guess that's about it. But like, like no, I feel like there's no real reason to do like SNES and GBA. 64, I can like see a case for at least because the tracks are unique in that one. But I've never played it before, so
we'll just do Wii and then maybe 3DS if we find out my ideas.
Yeah.
Or top 10 tracks you'd like to see in Mario Kart 10, which aren't. We'll have a prediction video. Who knows? But yeah. So, just to go over our list today, we had Figure 8 Circuit in last. Then we had Mario Circuit, Desert Hills, Yoshi Falls, DK Pass, Wario Stadium, Shroom Ridge, Cheep Beach, Bowser's Castle, Rainbow Road, TikTok Clock, Peach Gardens, Delfino Square, Luigi Mansion, Waluigi Pinball, and our winner today, which was Airship Fortress. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you want the next top 10 to be. Give us some ideas in the comments. Because I feel like this series is not going to go anywhere. This is literally the only really original series we do on the main channel at this point. Because all the others are like clips from Twitch, like or stuff like that. But I've done some. I did my Double Dash speed rather than Mario Kart videos or this really. Yeah. Yeah, let us know in the comments what you want to see. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we are nearly at 500. I've got a big interesting idea when we hit 500. So if you want to see that, please hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.